More problems uncovered at the state's water testing lab, and this time the findings come from schools in 5 counties.
Denver 7 Investigates was first to expose serious failures by lab employees back in November. Today's findings come in the shadow of the EPA removing the lab certification, costing taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Chief investigative reporter Tony Kowaleski broke our original report and has tonight's update.
It's happened again. More problems with water testing at the state's water lab. We first broke this story a few months back. Now they found problems with testing at 4 schools and a daycare center. The state stresses that the latest failures identified from this state lab in Denver do not pose any imminent threat to public health. The state also acknowledges it's yet another hit to the state's credibility in testing water samples. The latest review discovered variances in data and quality control practices, raising questions about tests from 5 different schools and daycare centers. The state confirming all 5 have been contacted and retesting is underway. Who's being held accountable for more problems?
We're all accountable for this at the laboratory. I'm accountable for continuing to look. And then when we find things, assure that we understand whether or not there's a threat to the public.
You just said you had employees consciously manipulating data. What has that done to your credibility?
We have a trust issue that this incident has created.
How should the parents of these 4 schools and that 1 daycare react to being on this list?
It's really important to reassure each parent. I'm telling them as a public health professional and as a physician, there is no reason for concern. All of these samples were well below the EPA drinking water level, so that we know that we didn't exceed the EPA water level at any point.
The state continues to stress that their results do not show any potential risk for anyone at the 4 schools and the 1 daycare center. But the problem sits on credibility, and we've asked them before. There was a potential for layoffs at the lab. Now they're saying we should have word on that decision in the next few weeks. I'm Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kowaleski.